whose name is I Am. Veneration to your holy name. Thy kingdom is here. Thy will prevails throughout the earth, as it does in the heavenly realms of my soul. You open your hands and satisfy the hunger of all living beings. You heal all hearts of sorrow, so that they, in turn, may show forgiveness to those whose minds are shrouded in ignorance of the self. Beloved Mother, who imparts to all the sense of choice, so we may finally come to choose you, who are truth, and thus find everlasting freedom. Glory to your name, O truth. For yours is the kingdom of existence, of peace. All power and glory emanates from you, who imparts to all the wisdom, the light, the love and courage to refer to themselves as I am. Amen. Om.
Shiva, Thank you. Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Satguru Sri Mujiji ki Jai. Ananta ji ki Jai. Very nice to see all of you. If you're in the Hangout, the way to ask questions is to unmute your mic. And if you're on YouTube chat, you can type your questions there and we will have a look at them. Yes, please do.
It's what's been happening for 2 days. So after Friday's satsang, I was in that okay space, okay, whatever is coming and going, let it come and go. Then Friday night, I had a nightmare again. Yeah, I was saying that on Friday I had these memories of the war come up, and even those were kind of okay. And after the nightmare, I realized those memories had already kind of lost power over me. And so this nightmare was one memory that I try not to think about. So it came in my nightmare. And I think I just want to say it out. So I remember I must have been about 3 years old, and I was in a car and we were driving past, and I looked out the window and I saw these couple of dead bodies, and they're all burnt and they were like missing legs and arms. And it must have made an impact because I woke up and like I could feel like my legs and arms were burning when I woke up. But so in the dream I was watching me as a child watching this, and like just being really, it's one of my first memories that I have. So I woke up and I thought, okay, nightmare can also be here, and I got out of bed and it felt like everything was trying to like grab me. So I got out of bed and my roller coaster ride symptoms hit me, and I thought, okay, and then I remembered your words saying, maybe you can enjoy this too. And then I thought, who enjoys this? So it didn't have the same power, but I was still, getting caught. And then like this kind of emotion sensation came in my body, and it felt like it's all the times that I have had to say no because of the body, or being disappointed, like wanting something and longing, like wanting and not having. And so it wasn't a particular story, but it felt like all the times in life that had happened came and what. And so the rest of the Saturday, I was kind of, it's very hard to say even this is okay. So on Sunday, I listened to the satsang again, and there was a little bit of space. And then last night, last night I said, okay, even nightmares are okay. I had a really awful one, and till 10, I woke up at 10 o'clock this morning, and again it was a war thing, but it was like a battle. I don't know what he's checking out.
Oh, that's the moderator.
It was like a scene from the battle, it was everything was burning and there was chaos, and the people in the house were saying, we need to get out. And I remember as a child wanting to take all my toys, and someone saying, you can only take what you can carry. So in this memory again, I was an adult, but the same things were happening as an adult, and I was trying to pack everything, and then I realized I cannot take everything in the house, and just to let go of the attachment to all this stuff. I grabbed this, and then as a child, we all left, but we had to leave my grandfather behind. And out of my whole family, actually, yeah. So I don't remember the reasons, but he had to stay behind. And of my whole family, he was the one person that I had like a heart, some kind of a heart connection with. But as a child, I didn't remember feeling emotion about it. But in this dream, I was devastated, just utterly, that he could not come with us, and just having to leave someone behind. I woke up and I'm here. I just, with that, I'll come here. And it just, so then I had this thought came like, oh gosh, everything can come and go, but this is the stuff that's coming.
Yes.
But
it's going also.
Yeah.
So it was different on Friday night, different yesterday. So it's going.
Yeah.
Where is it now?
The memory is not there. There's some sensation. But
you, where are you? This must be getting clearer. This question about where you are must be getting clearer now. Because earlier it was just that these sensations were there, these feelings were there, and I am that. How can you say that I am not this? But now it must be getting clearer that there is a witnessing of all of this, and I am this witnessing itself. Is it getting clearer? But
then the question, because I thought that this morning, I'm aware of this.
Yeah.
Then the thought came, but where is the joy and the peace?
Yeah.
So there's an expectation that if I'm following this instruction, that I should be feeling joy and peace. So it's saying, oh, it's not here, so it's not working.
But that's what it's saying. And this one will never be with the program. So are you willing to give up on this one yet? Yes. What you said funnily reminded me of the recurring set of dreams that I used to have on a completely different scale, of course, because I here did not have the experiences you did in your childhood. But in a way, it's similar. It's just that the content is different and the degree is different. But I used to have this dream always that I went to school and I prepared for the wrong exam. And you go there and you get to know that it's the other exam and you prepared for the wrong one. So it's this fear that has been pent up. It's been, as we're growing up, we have fears about certain things, and then they don't find release here in this waking state, then they find release in the dream state. So now that there seems to be some space, you said yourself that you're finding some space. Now these dreams are coming so that you're now getting exposed to all that is repressed and even blacked out, you don't know about. The emotion about your grandfather. Maybe before this you did not have the capacity to even explore it, to see that this was there, and now it is coming up. So then, once it comes, now you see that, don't try to use it from your mind. The trouble, how you can get caught again, is if you try to battle it, make it a battle of thoughts. So the thought comes, but this rubbish is still here. The thought will come, no, I am only awareness. If it's just a thought, then it doesn't help. So instead of thinking that you're just only awareness, you have to see what you are. So when a thought comes, and it's not countered with another thought, instead it's just seen. It is met with the inquiry. It is seen, what is it? And then you will find that nothing, no emotion, no sensation can touch you, and yet this mind will keep saying, oh, but where's the joy I was promised? Where's the bliss? None of that is happening. Therefore, you're still not free. So who is there even to get free or not free? Is what you're discovering about yourself. Is it something that changes in character? Does it become from bound to free? So when we carry this expectation of freedom, then it sort of becomes again the fingernail that can stop the vision of the sun. Seem to.
So I was, when this feeling of jealousy came up, I was feeling very jealous of people who come and say there's too much joy. And I said, yeah, I want. Someone said they didn't know what to do with it. I could have some of it. It was just, I think I resonated with what Shivani was saying a few days ago, because it feels like I'm stuck in some kind of glitched matrix.
But again, I have never said that it must be accompanied with joy. I said that if it's completely sober and there's never any joy. In fact, for myself, I said it is completely fine if no joy ever comes. It's completely fine. And not from a sense of arrogance or something. It's just seeing that what I am is clearly untouched even a little bit by even joy. Why do you want joy?
It's so fun.
It's more fun. Yes, but not for awareness. Not for awareness. For the witnessing is untouched even with joy. It's not averse to anything. It's not desirous of anything. So in the same way that fear does not touch it, in the same way joy also does not touch it. Imagine if awareness or if what you were was dependent on something. Suppose it was dependent on joy or love or peace. Then it would not be free, because dependence means bondage. It is independent of even all of these beautiful forces.
The other thing I noticed was yesterday I was walking around, and when I'm sitting here, it's that sense of
Yeah.
I had this memory also that when all of this was happening as a child, I remember going a few times to like the prayer altar that my grandma had, and sitting and praying and praying and praying and saying, "Oh God, you need to make this stop." And obviously it didn't stop. And I remember walking away one day and said, "Oh, God doesn't exist, everyone, and I need to like fix or." So when it feels like when I'm here, okay, there's something that says, okay, you need to come and it feels like you're here and nothing's going to happen. But yesterday when I was walking around, I could feel the battle, one part just wanting to let go and the other part was like, I felt like I was on my own again, like at first. So it's that there is like a sense of safety when I sit here that I don't know.
Because this aspect has been nourished. See, you said that in childhood I realized I have to start taking care of myself because there is no God, there is nobody taking care of me. And in the presence of one now, you're feeling the sense of safety. But when you go out, it again feels alone. I'm still unsafe. But this I you cannot find. So it's a habit, which is a childhood habit, which has been nourished. It will go. More and more as you're coming to the light of your own truth, all these conditioning will get washed away, washed clean.
I think it's the scariest to let go.
Yeah. As a child, when you're exposed to war, these violent events, I'm sure it has a strong effect of conditioning.
Can I say something?
Yes.
A few days ago when Anandi and I were going back, I said to her, "Where is her bag?" Because she has this little purse and I have a backpack. And she said, "That's all she has." And then it stuck me in this backpack, right? I have like a survival kit, like my water. I have like, like pills, this, that, like a whole lot of stuff. And I realized I've carried this everywhere for like 10 years. And even in London, when I go out for the day, I take it with me. And I was laughing the whole of the rest of the night. I was laughing at how funny it was. And then I had a memory again from childhood when the war started, of when we went to school, we had to carry this little bag with a change of clothes and like some kind of an emergency. And I was still doing that. It's like it was so funny that it's like my body mind still behaves like it's there.
That's okay, because you don't need to judge any of that. What you said reminded me of, some of you watch a show called Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And on that show, there's a character called Sheldon, and he's going somewhere. One of the recent episodes, he was going somewhere, so he's packing like this, and he's got all kinds of things. And that's survival kit. And that's just the way the body-mind is playing out. So we must also not make the mistake of, I know you were just telling a funny story, but there's something in that as well. Don't judge yourself based on what is being exhibited even through this body-mind. Because allow it to play the conditioning that it has to. You see that you are beyond it. It's playing out its karma, it's doing whatever conditioning, it's fine. But are you really involved with it? Or are you just watching it? Once you come to this clarity, then it's okay, whatever can happen. Different people can pack differently. All these things. The way I pack is, I just put, so everything's folded in the cupboard. So whatever I need, I just put it in the bag. And then when I'm on the trip, I don't set it up nicely in shelves and things like that. It's all in my bag. So as I finish wearing everything, it goes like a dumping thing, And so the clean stuff is on one side and the dirty stuff is on the other side. So it just goes like this. And by the time the trip is over, this whole bag is full of things that need to be washed and it gets carried back. It's very different. I have a cousin who's so systematic. He can probably fit twice the amount of things in their bag. Everything, socks are put differently and shirts are put differently. All that is okay. That's all just the personality which is playing out. It has nothing to do with you. Every personality is different. Just like every fingerprint is different, every expression of consciousness is different. No two people are ever the same in their expression also. They might be similar, but never the same. So this stuff says nothing about you. At best, if something says something about you, is just, are you still buying all the thoughts which are coming your way or not?
Not all. Some still.
And those some will show you the identification which still remains.
I'd say the last couple of years, keep
Yeah.
the other stuff. That's saying, oh, this stuff isn't it? Like I said,
Yeah.
where is the joy? Their ideas. Also, I've heard, something I heard you just saying in education to someone about they're coming along the lines of, here and the master can be here because of the, like grace has to come here. Something to feel like something has to happen. Like that I am. There's still belief.
Yes. So that something can happen or not happen. But that has nothing to do with you also. Even that has nothing to do with you. Because even that you will be aware about. So whether there is an awakening experience, whether something, the I just vanishes, all of that can happen or it cannot happen. But ultimately, it doesn't change what you are. At best, what an awakening experience can do is show you that this person was never real. It was just like something propped up and imagined. And then in the awakening experience, it is seen that, oh, there's no I, it's all just this oneness. There's just confirmation for what you can just simply see in inquiry as well. So this is the good side effect of a awakening experience. It has many cons also, because there can be a wanting of that experience, wanting to stay in that experience, the feeling that I got something and I lost something. This can be there. There can be a spiritual ego that now I'm special because I had this experience. So a lot of trouble can also come just because we confuse freedom or liberation with an awakening experience. They're two different things.
So it feels like
So what does the awareness want? And now you've been here a week, so I'm sure you started to see that you are this witnessing itself. The other things are playing out and they are coming and they're going, different experiences. Sometimes it feels like there is space, sometimes they feel like there is confusion again or fear again, and all this is coming and going, isn't it? Therefore, it must be clear that you cannot be this which is coming and going. So that which watches this coming and going, what does that want? Does that want some experience? And you cannot not be that. You are always that. And thought will say, but I don't see it, I don't see it. Something like that. But do you see it or not? So I feel that we did this with Shivani the other day and it was very helpful to see that you are aware even of the space between your thoughts. So this one, is that you or not? And this one, who is aware even of the space between their thoughts, what does this one want?
feels like there's a personal I that is aware of the space.
What does it look like? She says it feels like there is a personal I which is aware of the space between thoughts. So if it's a personal I, what does this person look like? Person would mean that it has some attributes. The impersonal means that it has no attributes. So if it's a personal I, then it must have something that you can say about it. So one attribute. See, and there can be a visual or something which comes. But even that is seen. So we're talking about this one that sees even this visual. We're talking about the primary scene. So even if there seems like some attribute is coming up, who's aware of this? That one. Does that have some attribute? Sure. So I can tell you what you see. What you see is that there's a seeing, and then there comes the content, which could be a thought. See? And then the content goes. But the seeing is still present. And then new content can come, and that content also goes. The seeing is still present. And you will find that you are not separate from this seeing. There is nothing really that you can say about this seeing except that it is seeing. Now you tell me if you see something else. Do you see this or something else? So I am saying that there is the seeing, and then there is the ever-changing content of thoughts, of body, of emotion, of feelings, of the world. All the time this content is changing, but the seeing stays the same. So you are this pure seeing, this pure witnessing itself. And it doesn't matter which experience is coming and going. You have to tell me otherwise if you see something else. If this is not your experience right now, then you can say that mine is different. You are this pure awareness which is just aware. And the movements of appearances just keep coming and going. But this awareness is not going along with the experience. This awareness is not coming with the appearance and not going with the appearance. It is steady, it is constant. Who sees it differently? Does any of you see it differently?
Could I say something? So I feel that I feel the awareness of thoughts come, experiences come, events come, and I am aware that they are happening in a space. Yeah. However, where I am, the thing that I'm finding is that for my entire life, I've been giving attention to this I, which is a bundle of sensations. So I have confused that I, yeah. So that I is something else, I feel, and the space in which this is happening, I don't consider it to be I. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And this space, even the space in which all of this appearance is happening,
Right.
is it spatial? In the sense, what is it? Is it like really like space?
No,
like space?
no. It's not space like we know it.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm just using the word space for no real reason. It's just, it's happening, and there is an awareness of that happening.
Yeah. Where are you?
So that's where the confusion comes. Is at times I identify with the sensation, and I consider that to be me. But lately, I'm finding that there is a distance between that sensation and me.
So already when you say that there is a distance, it means that there must be some seeing of what I am. That's how we say there is a distance.
Right.
So this I which you see, or you find that you are, this one, what does this one look like?
Cannot tell. What it looks like.
Does it look like anything at all? Anything at all, any attribute that you can and who sees this also? Is it the same one or a different one?
I'm getting confused right now.
So you said there is a distance between all that is appearing and me.
Right.
So I said, okay, if you can see that there is distance, therefore there must be some concept of where you are compared to the appearances.
Right.
Then you say that I can see no attribute that this one has. So then I said, the one that sees this also does not have any attributes. Is it the same as this one, or is it different? Is it something even further back?
I don't know.
So we can look at this.
Can I stay? Can I
Yes.
come again? Okay. So there are thoughts, there are sensations, and I'm aware of those, right? And I'm also aware that I'm aware of those. Is that what you're referring
But
to?
I is what?
Hmm.
The I which is aware that you
Is
are
also
aware,
seen.
is also seen as what? Seen, what is seen?
I don't know what I'm saying.
Because now all this, the mind is completely giving up. Because it cannot deal with these elements. It is way beyond it. But the question is very simple, and you will see the simplicity of it. So the question is, so you see this one.
Right.
There is a seeing of it. In the same way, if you were to close your eyes, you will see some thoughts. You will also be able to see. Now this seeing, is it the same seeing or a different seeing?
as the flower.
Not the content.
Yeah, the same scene. It's the same scene.
scene.
Yes.
And who sees this also? Is it the same scene or a different scene?
No answer.
You say that I can see that even this scene is the same.
Right.
You said that the seeing of the flower and the seeing of the thought seem like the same.
Right.
So I can see this.
Right.
So this, it sees this. Is it the seeing itself or is it something else?
It's just the scene. I'm blanking off. I have nothing.
Yes. Even the blank is seen on.
Yes.
That means you are still here.
Right.
Although the content might be blanking out, the mind might be giving up and saying,
Right.
you deal with this matter.
Right.
No answers. So that's what happened.
Right.
So even this blanking is seen by you.
Right.
Now this you, it sees even this blanking. Is it affected by the blank?
No.
Is it bothered if some new thoughts would come?
No.
So this, what you are, this awareness is untouched by blank or non-blank.
Right.
In the same way, can this you, can this awareness be touched by anything at all?
No.
Does it want freedom?
It doesn't know freedom. It's not wanting.
What can separate you from this? What can make you something else?
It's believing a thought.
Can it actually do it?
No.
So even if you were to give all the thoughts belief, it will not actually change.
Right.
But in the presence of beingness, beingness itself has the power to pretend.
Right.
Now, is there something that should happen? What event needs to happen to make you this awareness? What event can happen which can take you away from this awareness?
Thank you.
Okay, let's catch up with the chat a little bit. Amaya had asked, the silly question came from seeing it in transcripts. When you say playing the game of person-person, do you mean me as a person and others as a person, or is it something else? There is no person, so this imagined one cannot do anything including play the game of person-person. So then who must be doing it? It must be beingness itself. It is consciousness playing the game of person-person. For awareness, even this game of person-person is not being played by itself. It is the dynamic aspect of awareness, which is consciousness, which can play the game of person-person by believing their thoughts. Yes. Many are saying that I actually did show up to the exam studying for the wrong one. I also did this. I did this in school. That's why the fear is there.
I never studied, so I was always scared.
So Meher says, Father, back from some travel and physically at Satsang today. So much love in your eyes. Keeps opening my heart beyond measurement, always at your feet. Welcome back. Oh, Amaya says, yes, just wondered what the phrase person-person means. It's like this. Playing this game of person-person. This appearance of one person, another person. Just one consciousness playing these roles of different people. Person. Very good. Nirma is now close to your master father. She is in Portugal. Very good, my dear. Govil also had the same fear of going for the wrong exam. And Bhagavati ji says, just sober seeing here, just awareness. This is very clear. Very good. Yeah? Yeah.
What you say suggests. I think I can see the flower.
Yeah.
I close my eyes, see what's inside or gone. And then you ask, what is seeing? Is it the same seeing?
Yes. Is it the same awareness or different awareness?
But I'm aware that I'm seeing these things.
Yeah. Yeah. So what you mean is that even the process of phenomenal perceiving, there is awareness of that. Okay? And the process of this internal perceiving, there is awareness of that. This awareness, is it different or is it the same? Different. In the sense that is that awareness, is it not the same awareness which is aware of the phenomenal perceiving, physical perceiving, and the seemingly internal perceiving?
Up to this point.
You can check. It's not as complicated as maybe we should have some simpler words. There is awareness of external objects and there is awareness of internal objects. Is it not the same awareness? And this awareness is you or not? That's what you're saying.
And I'm aware that I'm aware of these things.
Yes, but is it a different awareness? So when I ask you, are you aware now? Is the awareness of awareness two different sets of awarenesses, or is it the same awareness which is aware of itself? So there is awareness of objects, of phenomena. And then I say, are you aware now? This brings the root of the question into awareness of awareness itself, because we are checking for what? For awareness itself. All other questions we are checking for phenomenal experiences. But when I ask you, are you aware now? This brings you to the root, isn't it? What are you looking for? For awareness itself. And what do you see? Yes. But you don't see it as a phenomenon. So awareness, being aware of itself, is the only non-phenomenal experiencing that you can have. That's why I find that this question is so profound. So all other questions are ultimately speaking about something phenomenal. But here, when we say, are you aware now? What are we tasting? The non-tasting taste of yourself, the non-phenomenal taste of yourself. In an instant, this is the only question. Am I aware now? Is the only question in which the seeing and what is seen are one. What is seen and what is seeing are one in this question. Even to say that the presence of being is here, then you see that there is some sense of separation between the seeing and the content of the seeing. You say the presence of consciousness is here, presence of being is here, the sense I am is here. You can sense that it is a presence which is experienced. So the seeing is experiencing the presence. The presence is not experiencing the seeing. But in this question, am I aware now? The seen and the seeing are both the same. So this question is a very simple way to answer, who am I? The question of self-inquiry, who am I, is to bring you to this point where you find that the seeing and the seen are one, this awareness itself. And yet, in answering this question, the mind could say, but I didn't see anything. I didn't find anything, the mind could say. But if that was true, how would you say, yes, I am aware? It is true that the mind does not see anything. The mind has actually never seen anything. It is just a bundle of thoughts. But you see that, yes, I am aware. How do you know this with so much conviction? How do you know this clearly? That, yes, of course, I am aware. Shankari is also here. Shankari says, Namaste, bhai. Namaste, my dear. So happy you're here. Aparna said, Namaste, father. I don't know what is happening. Where am I and what I am? Doing nothing, I know, totally blank. I can't say blank too. The body has been sick since yesterday and it was really intense. But then there was inquiry to whom this sickness is for. Then it became clear it's for body. Then the suffering became less. Since today morning, I don't know how the day has been going. It is like all is happening, no sense of doership. Or I am doing this. But I don't even feel that I am aware of whatever is happening to. Only what you are aware of is happening. Because all rests on your awareness. What you are not aware of is not happening. Just wanted to expose this other at your holy belief. Thank you. Very well. When you have no sense of doership, then you cannot suffer. You should actually say no sense of doership and no sense of experience-ship also. Because it's the one doer which is consciousness and one phenomenal experiencer which is consciousness. Otherwise, many times we can say that I know I'm not the doer, but I'm the experiencer. Even the experiencer is the same as the doer. I used to joke about this earlier where I used to say that, many would come to Satsang and they would say that, oh, you are the doer now of everything. I hand my existence over to you. Say like this. But then why are you doing this to me? Not in so many words, but basically implying this. So if the master or God is the doer, who is the experiencer also?
Father, can I say something?
Yes, Nikhil.
As I've already told you, I don't have, like if you, before, if I do something, there would be the trace of memory that things have been done and I would recall. But since today morning, I don't know what, even when I was typing these things, I don't know what I typed, but it's just happening, everything. There's no trace of memory, what has happened. There's like, oh, feels like I'm only here in this moment. That's how I've lived today. Every moment I've lived. It's very strange for me. I don't know if it's because I'm sick or anything. I have no idea. Because today I had an appointment with my mediator as well. I went there and I was telling all the stories, but I didn't feel, even though I was crying, but I didn't feel the pain inside, and it was not. I also felt that I'm not saying this, consciousness is saying this. So I don't know because of the sickness, or I have no clue what is it. Hopefully, it's something new to me, Father. Is it something normal, or I have no idea what it is, Father?
It's actually very normal. You will find that all is happening on its own. All words, all movements, you will, because this sense of I person is dissolving. And this I person idea was the one which is saying that I am doing this, something is happening to me. So both the sense that I am the doer of my action and the experiencer of these actions will vanish. And yet the doing will continue and the experiencing will continue. It's completely fine.
Thank you, Father. Thank you so much.
And Palak had said, Father, when you say that the seen and seen is one, is it the same as there is no content from the dynamic body mind? When you ask me, are you aware now? I don't feel anything, I just am. So there are two parts. One is it the same as there is no content from the dynamic body mind? Then the question was, am I aware now? And to answer this question, we don't need to refer to any content which is playing out from consciousness, from the dynamic aspect. So in this, the reference point was this question. So when we say that in this question, the seen and the seen are the same, then it refers to this question. Am I aware now? And to answer this question, we don't need to refer to any dynamic component. Then you say, when you ask me, are you aware now? I don't feel anything. Yes. I just am. Yes. Even the sense of amness is not required to answer the question, am I aware now? Isn't it? So although amness is present, and in the waking state it can never be said that it is not, but to check on whether I am aware does not even need to refer to this sense of presence. The feelings are very far down, so we don't have to feel anything at all. But even the pure presence of beingness, we don't need to refer to. So when I ask the question, can you stop being now? Then we see that this presence of beingness is here and it cannot be stopped. But when I say, are you aware now? Even this being we are not referring to. We're not needing any confirmation from the sense of being also. This awareness is awareness which is aware of beingness also. Therefore, we say that it is the absolute or the self. How many of us does this question make no sense to? You must tell me honestly. If the question makes no sense, then I'll stop using it as much.
Which question?
Are you aware now?
Yes.
Because for me it feels very profound.
Also, I notice now the difference between can you stop being?
Yes.
That they're two different places.
And yes. Palak also says, I love the question. Yes.
You said the seen and being is the same.
In reference to this question.
Yeah. When I say I'm aware now, it's just that yes. It feels like I'm aware of.
Yes.
It doesn't feel the same.
So, if I were to bring you to a dark room where there was no content, and I were to say, are you aware now? And there was nothing to be aware of, no content to be aware of. Would you say no? Huh?
No, I say yes.
Yes. Why? There's no content.
I'm still aware.
And what is seen now? No content is seen, but this awareness is aware of itself. That's all.
When the content is there.
Yeah. Does this awareness change because content is there or not there?
It doesn't feel like content.
Yes, because you can never be just the content. They're speaking from my side now.
Because he said the seeing and the seen was the same.
In reference to this, when you're answering this question, are you aware now? It is seen that awareness is here. So it is awareness which is aware of awareness itself. That's why we see that the seen and the seeing is the same. In reference to this
Oh, I
question.
see.
Yes.
Sounds like this question comes slowly working.
Yes, I think this is a very,
It's not fair every time.
yes, very clear. It's very clear. Like this, and also instantly we can just check. Because this can show us, am I aware now, can show us that this is unchanging. Irrespective of whatever else might be going on, this question can always have only the same answer. And doesn't depend on any content. So like we were saying, you could be in a dark room with nothing to be seen, even your mind could be completely quiet. You see, but yet this awareness would be as clear as ever. So in this darkroom example, very good, because it shows you that content or no content, this awareness is unchanging. Therefore, whatever the content might be makes no difference. Simple like this. Just like sleep or waking or dream, it is content. But the awareness of this is unchanged by any state which is coming. How to find this awareness? Just to ask, am I aware now? So now that's why some of you are now discovering why I feel that this question is probably the most profound thing I've ever said. The most important thing I've ever said, maybe. And then Nikhil said this question is very profound. Yeah. Jerome says, are you aware, consumed, or concerned? Maybe, okay, are you aware, concerned the questioner until his vanishing? Yes, perhaps God is supposed to. This is very good. Is there any appearance which can change this answer? Change the answer to this question. Whatever the content of the appearance might be, this answer cannot change. Devika says, I love it when Father says, it's simple like this, because when he speaks, it is simple. And this is a miracle, so very good. Ishani says, Father, it was seen that somebody in me didn't want to see I was awareness because awareness is nobody, yes. But actually, I was always aware and I was awareness, but trying to believe otherwise, yes. Yes, and even this awareness was not even trying to believe. It was the consciousness, the dynamic aspect of this awareness, which was trying to believe otherwise. Was playing the game of believing that it is a person. So we can say that awareness is completely unconcerned by any of this game also. It does not know delusion. It does not know freedom or bondage. Shivani says, Father, sharing more for a giggle, the mind is saying that if this annoying question is the most profound and I'm missing it, I'm stuffed. And then no belief in this today, Father. Very. The mind cannot come close to this question. And for it, it can be very annoying. I'm sure it's annoying. And Nikhil says, it's all happening by itself. If at all there is anything I can do, then is to see that it's all happening by itself. Like this, you cannot now suffer. If you see that it's all happening by itself and to itself, then you cannot suffer. And as Devika was saying earlier, it's very simple like this. It's really, all it takes a little bit of this defrosting of mind and our beliefs. But when you are defrosted, then just like these simple questions, one or two of them, it's very simple. So actually, it is the going from I know I am a person to I don't know, which seems like the more complicated part of the process. Once we come to this I don't know who I am, then to just simply see what is here is not difficult. Because I don't know already means openness. Unless it's a fake I don't know, unless it is that no, I know I'm a person, but it's best that I say I don't know. Unless it's like this some sort of trick, then this I don't know itself is openness. And when you're open, then the truth cannot escape you because it is what you are. Bhagavad says, this awareness has no interest in the ridiculous games of the mind, no matter how loudly it might shout. There is nobody here, only a ghost dancing for attention. Very well said. I love you too, my dear. Thank you, my dear. Palak said, thank you, Father. If it wasn't for your grace, I would continue to be deluded for you. It's all your own Satguru in your heart, which is what I am. This voice is speaking from your own heart. Stina says, I still have the sense that I am the doer, that I am taking decisions, that I am taking care of my body, etc. So, already when you say that I am taking care of my body, which conveys that you are not just the body. You say that I am taking care of my body. It already conveys that you are not saying that I am taking care of myself, which is the body. You're saying it more like the body is an instrument and I am taking care of this instrument. So this I, who is taking care of this instrument called the body, can you identify this one? And you're not saying that the body is the doer, you're not saying that the body is the decision maker, so already it is very good. So then, if it is not the body, then who is this I? Then we find this one. And then we will look at this part of your question first. And I still believe that my mind is a great help in taking care of my head. Yes, I've heard that one also before. But we'll look at this after you tell me who is this one. The I, which is the doer, the decision maker, and the one who takes care of the body. Hans, Namaste Father, he has a tricky connection. Yes, but he can let us know the dates in which he is in Bangalore. We're happy to meet him when he's here. Oh, my connection is poor. Bhagavati says, your connection is poor, Father. The audio has gone a little choppy. Is it that my data has run out? No, I haven't been informed that my data is still bad. Should I try and reconnect? Yes, it's bad, I see. It's blurry. Okay, I'm going to reconnect. Then let's see. Okay, so how is it now? Audio and video, are they the same as earlier? Or better? All of you are very clear to me. So, and it's, no, seriously, it's on the same internet connection. So I'm wondering. The video is fuzzy, but audio is a little better. So let's give it a minute or two and then see. All seems okay from here. Okay, good to go. Okay, good, good. Ram also says, oh, it's good now. How long was it bad for? Little while or almost the whole satsang? Very short. Okay. Was it bad for 2 days? Ram says 2 days. You must have heard a different question. These things happen when you come to India. You can come as Joshua and you go back as Ram. I'm not sure whether I was okay whether Stina posted a response. We were asking her that there is a sense. She said there is a sense that I am the doer, that I am taking decisions, and I am taking care of my body. And the question to her was, who is this I? And let's start from wherever you are. Whatever is getting you belief, don't be scared to expose it. I'm very happy to start from at whatever point you are. So even if you say I feel like I am completely the body, we can start from there. Aparna says, Father, I want to come to India as well. Please pray for me. Definitely. Bhagwati ji says, Joshua didn't come home as a yoga teacher, but he did come back as Ram. So much for plans. And Stina says, this seems to be a person. And my submission to you is that this person is pure fiction, just imagination. Can you show me otherwise? Can you tell me one thing about this person which is tangible, which is true, which is not just another concept? And when you look like this, you will find that no person actually ever existed. And yet all thoughts refer to you only as a person. All thoughts are selling you the person story. If you find that there is no person that exists, then it must be something else. And you will discover that it is this beingness, this presence I am, in the light of which all actions, all appearances are coming and going. There is no person, therefore there cannot be personal will. And Sina says, my thoughts are guiding this person, it seems, and I trust them a lot because they have helped me so far to heal my body. But we already said that can we find this person or is it just an imaginary entity? And if you find that there is no person, then you see that it is just consciousness doing and experiencing all the actions. If there is no person, then whose body is it? And I like to say that this whole phenomenal universe is the body of God, is the body of consciousness. And if it is the body of consciousness, then all bodies which are appearing must also be the body of consciousness. Therefore, it is just consciousness taking care or playing with consciousness. It is just the person idea which causes all this trouble. And Nikhil says, like a spider, the person starts creating its web, but as soon as it is seen, it disappears. Yes. Thank you, Priya, my dear. And Nikhil says, at times it seems like a moment-to-moment decision whether I want to flow with the thoughts or stay present as awareness. Bhagwan had also said that if there seems to be a sense of choice, then the only choice you have is to follow your thoughts or not. Until you will find that there is no choice at all, you will find that there is no personal choice, and you will see that all of it has always been only grace. All of it has only been consciousness itself. But as long as there is the sense of choice, it is better not to deny it. If there's a feeling that I have some choice in the matter, then make the choice to let go, to not believe your next thought. Cornelia says, Father, here it seems that I came out from myself and I am experiencing myself. It seems like I came out from myself and I am experiencing myself. Yes. But this awareness that I seem to be in something and now out of it, and now there's this experiencing which is happening. This awareness is unmoving, isn't it? Are you this awareness or the content of being in something and then out of it? Something, something coming up? feel we have some very good examples now. So, in the external world, whether you are in a completely dark room or you are in a room full of light and thousands of objects, the awareness does not change. The awareness is the same. The same way, whether the mind is full of thoughts or there are no thoughts, the awareness does not change. Same for at all levels. It could be full of emotion, full of sensation, or no sensation at all. But the awareness does not change. And you are this awareness. So it doesn't matter what is coming or going, what is appearing or not appearing. You are only this awareness. You see, like everything, whether this body or some other dream body, you do not change. Nikhil says, when you say don't believe your next thought, it just kills it, Father. Yes, kills it in a good way, I presume. Thank you, my dear. Cornelia says, yes, Father, sometimes I go with the content. Yes, but that which can go with the content is only your attention. And you witness the flow of your attention also. This witnessing, which is observing the flow of attention also, is not going with the attention. So attention can go, but you cannot go. Devika says so many things. I keep trying to type, but only love, love, love is coming. Love you too. Stina says, it seems to me that the thoughts are part of the person. Are thoughts just coming from consciousness itself? Are there true thoughts and misleading? Thoughts are coming from consciousness itself because it is belief in thoughts which creates the person idea. What is the person? The person is just a sort of a mashup of all the beliefs that you have at this point of time. Therefore, this is also constantly changing. 10 years ago, you say that I was a completely different type of person. Why? Because the concepts that you believed about yourself were different. So this person idea is a ever-changing thing. And thoughts are also just coming from consciousness because there is only consciousness. Consciousness is the primal phenomena, is the prime phenomena from which all other phenomena originates. And then the question is, are there true thoughts and misleading thoughts? All thoughts, the way we refer to it, is to see that all thoughts are based on the story of you being a person. So, you can say that all thoughts ultimately are misleading. But there is a difference between intuition and thoughts. There's a qualitative difference. Although both are coming from consciousness, thoughts are perpetuating the person belief, the person idea, and intuition is bringing you back to the truth of what you are. And how do you differentiate between personal thoughts or mind thoughts and intuition or Satguru? That which is accompanied by love and peace and joy, that is the voice of the Satguru. And that which has some desire, it has some aversion, it has some need, that is the voice of the mind. Although both come from consciousness itself, because consciousness is all there is phenomenally. Nikhil says, yes, in a good way. Cornelia says, I cannot see myself, Father. Because you cannot see yourself with some attributes. You see? You cannot see yourself as a color, as a size, as a shape. And yet when I say, are you aware now? You say yes. So this is awareness of awareness itself. So you are always seeing yourself. You always know that awareness is here. But you cannot see yourself as an object, as a thing. And the mind is not satisfied unless it sees a thing or an entity. Sina says, thank you for clarifying. Very welcome. And one day maybe you can also come into the Hangout. So we can then have a more interactive conversation. You want to come to Pune or no? Pune? This we go, I have to pick up my children on the 17th. So 17th, 18th, 19th, we'll be in Pune. You come? Yeah.
We have a spare bedroom, so if they want to stay.
They are going to stay in there. You don't know it yet.
So more than welcome.
You already decided without asking Palak.
Good. It'll be a good party.
And it doesn't matter if it's a bedroom or not.
No, it doesn't matter.
It can be
Living room, everything. So as many people are welcome. As many.
You come? Or you go to Thiru? What about your feelings? You go to Thiru or you come to Pune? You don't know. Okay. We'll have to see. We'll have to check. I booked some. I'll tell you which flight I booked. This 20th you go from here. No? So 19th we'll come back. You don't have much stuff to carry. Huh? We'll see. We'll see. Cornelia says, thank you, Father. I love you so, so, so much. I love you too, my dear. But Priya has to go. Have a good day at work.
Thank you, Father. So grateful for this time with you.
Very happy you could join.
I was meant to be at work quarter of an hour ago.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
I love you.
Love you too. Shankari Didi from Singapore says, wish I can join you as well. In Pune, but you can come to the Hangout, no? Or maybe you said that you don't have a webcam. I forgot. Bhagavati. You are not good for national productivity levels, Father. Yes. The GDP of many countries might all because of satsang. And Shivani says it's not his fault, it's Newton's. Because of my t-shirt yesterday. Rubbing off on everything. No. It was not even Newton. Newton just discovered the law, you see. He did not create it. In the same way that your self-discovery, you're not creating awareness, you just see that it has always been here. Okay, that's taking the joke a bit far, I know. Palak had said, but the happiness indicator will go up. Yeah. Some countries they actually measure this. Like Bhutan, they measure the happiness. Nirmai had to leave the hangout because she's with Prem Bodhi. Very good.
Father, can I speak something?
Yes, my dear Ram, please come.
After I come back to my country, I can see it's like everything is the same, and I can see my father, he continue like crush on me, and the same expectation and many projection on me. And sometimes I have a feeling that I have to play my roles a little bit, like I have to like, find a job and make some money to make them happy or something, because there's something feel like very stuck, like because now I'm not doing anything, and they already know that I have no Muji, and I come to India for him and so on. So now it's very in a kind of very stressful somehow, because um, I so somehow there's a feeling like I have to put some effort to do something to make them happy, and then I can return to like then I can come back to satsang again. Somehow there's a feeling like that. So I just want to expose to you, and yeah, if there's something wrong, you just burn it out from it.
No, it's fine, because just don't feel that you have to do something. Because if you start something with the sense of being forced into it, then it can seem like trouble. You just stay completely open, and if you find that your fingers are typing a job application, then the fingers are typing a job application. Because in the sense that now I must do this or I must not do this, and this I have to plan like this, you can then pick up the person idea again. But God has no trouble playing all the roles, and it will provide the energy also. It will provide the force to be able to play the roles, whatever is required. So just you be completely open, and if you find some energy for the work, then the energy will be utilized in the work. And if you find that there is no energy for anything, but openness with neutrality, don't go towards one particular point. You see, one day tomorrow you might wake up and you might find that the whole system is so full of energy for work. You might feel like running out of the house and doing some work. You see, it can happen like this. Or it might seem like you don't want to move. You see? So let your prayer be that whatever is thy will, you provide even the energy for it. You see? Whatever is God's will, then it is God's problem to supply the energy and the interest to do it as well. And if you find that it is there, you find no trouble, and you will find that your hands and feet are moving exactly like they are supposed to. But don't pick up the person idea through any of this. So if you find that the body is moving towards a job, then you see that it is consciousness itself which is playing the role of moving towards a job. If you find that the body is escaping all job situations, then you know that it is consciousness itself which is escaping job situations. But you cannot do it from a personal perspective, because many will try to cling on to this as a personal thought. That's why I say just be completely open and neutral, and moment to moment you watch how it is flowing. So after satsang, sometimes I also have many meetings, much work thing can happen also here. So when the energy is there for that, that can happen. And when there's no energy for that, then it just doesn't happen. So trust life, trust God, everything is always good.
Thank you, Father. Actually, I bring this question to Muzi when I'm in Rishikesh, and he also advised me to stay neutral and just he may remind me that remember that grace bring you here, and it have to take care for you, and somehow, yeah, it's like you just remind me about that. Thank you so much, Father.
Oh, very well. The same grace which brings you to satsang is taking care of everything. And Nikhil says, thank you, Ram, for the question, and Father for the answer. I wanted to hear this as well. Very Shankari says, thank you, Bhai. That's exactly what I go through every day. Things are just happening without any intentions. Right? Many are saying that they had the same question as Ram. Stina also says, the answer you gave to Ram has also helped me. Same situation here. Thank you so much. And Palak had to go because I need to leave to be with the kids. So much love and gratitude. See you in Pune. Bhagwati says, this body moving towards a job has been happening here. For Nirmai, the sense came that she should ask Prem Bodhi for a job. But before she could ask, an email came from Prem Bodhi offering her a job. Look at this. She said yes without thinking. Flights were booked, and today she is there. It just happened. No plan towards or away from it. Yes. And this applies to every aspect of your life. Job, relationships. I had a dear friend who said that, Satsang friend only, who said that, Ananta, when the relationship started, God was doing everything. It was so beautiful. Everything just seemed to click and we fell in love. So I said, it is the same one who is doing all of this also. Because the object is for you to discover who you are. It is not just to fall in love or to get into a relationship. Because it is truth which you want in your heart, then all appearances are constantly just pointing you towards what you are. And anytime there is some complacence, there's a sense that, okay, being a person is enough for me, then life will come and shake it up. Because your truest desire is for freedom. There can be many things which come and say, oh, for this, I don't mind being just a person. Or if I was to have just this person in my life, then I don't mind just being a person and never to inquire into the truth again. But you will find that life will come and shake that up. And Bhagavati Ji says the same is happening here for me. Invitations are coming from a number of people, all in the same town, and I am going. Simply like that, we are apart, but it is fine right now. Life is placing us in this way, and we trust it. Very good. Very good. She says money has also come to pay for the travel, accommodation, food. I have had to do nothing. Simply to step into my shoes as they are heading out of the door, as Papaji said. Very good. Devika says some huge life decisions to be made here, all good, but things that will affect my whole family. My satsang prayer is, let thy will be done. And also that I always remember that I am not the doer and not the experiencer. And also your family is not the doer and not the experiencer. It is all one being, one consciousness. So nice. One Priya left and another Priya came. Good to have you here, my dear. Welcome, welcome. Ram says, Father, it's so funny that my father just came to my room and he saw you. Stina says, can there be laziness? Or is it just that consciousness does not give the energy to do all effort? But consciousness itself will be playing as laziness. When you find that there is no individual personal you, then all of this will be seen as a play of consciousness itself. And yet I always say that just stay with the openness, stay with the neutrality, and let your heart, your intuition guide you from moment to moment. Then you will not have to worry about things like desire, aversion, laziness. All of this will be taken care of. Thank you, Devika, my dear. Thank you so much. Huh? She's the only one who can say things like this with such a broad grin on her face. I feel like I'm on fire. The grin is huge. Huh? Let's hear this. Let's have this on tape. There's the fire. Physically. Yeah? Just check, touch her ears. Why, what is it? Is there some trigger to it? Is there a trigger? But Pune, okay. Oh, we're still there.
It's like shaking my security.
I had a plan. You also had a plan. Yeah. So you, all of you, don't decide. Just don't decide. The decision making is a pure scam. Don't decide to do anything. If it happens, it happens.
But it's a common pattern. There's a sudden change.
Yeah. You'll get used to it. You'll find there's so much freedom in this, just going with the flow. The same control thing. We want to be able to control the future, what it will look like. We know nothing. Also, that in Pune, I have a lot of family engagements. So, although we'll be there for 3 days, but the time we'll actually get to spend is only during the in-person satsang. So, that's another variable which you have for your non-decision.
Thinking about this because when you said you're going to Pune, I've always had a desire to go see
Thiru? Yeah.
and the thought it will go there. And I said, okay, I can't decide. I felt like God mentor. Just gonna see
Yes.
what happens. But then it's also the thought, well, if I don't make, it feels like I need to do, like if I don't take it or then that practical aspect is there, then it
Yes. The mind can come and play these tricks. All this is okay for satsang, but what about the practical, real world scenarios? That's not the real world. You will find that it's always been only grace which has been moving everything. All decisions. Imagine if all of us could individually decide. The world would be such a insane.
Are they getting allergy?
Yes, actually.
Is it this?
Or maybe it is this actually. Because I was feeling that today, from some reason, there are allergies there. After a long time.
Further away?
No, it's okay. Yes, you have. Oh, you should have a box. Yeah, they can't see you because the light is too strong. And Nikhil said, where is the in-person satsang in Pune? It's open bar.
Yeah.
But we will be creating a Facebook event eventually.
I'll
we
post the address today.
will send, yeah, we'll let us know the address and we'll create the event. Maybe someone, one of you can remind me. Yes, Dr. Kanchan is saying can't see the faces of the people sitting in this. Bhagwati says Satsanga should come and shine her light on us. I am very happy she is in flames. In flames. He's the happiest one I have seen who is in flames. Try to control it. You good for today? Jerome says, is awareness needing some practical tricks to be aware? No. Awareness is always awareness. So satsang is not for awareness, but it is for consciousness. So consciousness speaking with consciousness, just consciousness being deluded and playing the game, like we were saying earlier, of person, and consciousness itself saying, I'm tired of this person idea, and consciousness itself creating satsang and saying that you were never a person. So this entire lila, this entire game is consciousness playing with consciousness, and the absolute, the self awareness of which consciousness is the dynamic aspect itself. This awareness is untouched by this flow of delusion and illusion. For as awareness, nothing at all is needed. Yet there is nothing personal because no person has ever existed. So phenomenally, consciousness must be the only vantage point, isn't it? Awareness is not involved phenomenally. Consciousness is the only presence here phenomenally, and the person has never existed. Therefore, phenomenally, consciousness must be the only vantage point from which we speak. And Devika says, just remembered sitting in that exam room, having got the date wrong, feeling terrible, when from nowhere I heard a flock of geese flying overhead, a wild, joyous noise, and I knew that all was well. We are open then. Grace is always reminding us that this too shall pass, whatever it is. Good, bad, ugly, all just passing. She says that was 20 years ago. Grace has helped me all my life. Rima is also here. Rima says, thank you so much, dearest Ananta. Boundless gratitude as always, my dear. Always feel very happy when I hear from you. Okay, so who's going to sing?
Can I sing that?
Yes, my dear, of course.
Jai Ma, Jai 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 Ma, Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai 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 Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai 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 Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai 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 Ma, Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jai Anande Ma, Jai Ma, Jai 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 Ma, Jai Anande Ma.
Very nice, very good, my dear. Thank you. Say something. Going now?
Yeah, after satsang.
Can I sing something?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't know even now. I don't know when to. Trust me. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritangamaya. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritangamaya. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritangamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Very good, my dear. Bhagavati, can we play the invocations now?
Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Dhyanamulam Gurur Murti Pujamulam Gurur Padam Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam
Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa. Mokshamulam Mujiji Kripa. Mokshamulam Anantaji Kripa. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Sarve Santu Niramya. Sarve Patrani Pashantu. Makashit Upabak Bhavet. Asato Masat Kamiya. Tamaso Ma Jyotir Gamiya. Mrichur Ma Amritam Gamiya. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahma Paramastu. Om Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Shri Satguru Mujiji Ki Jai.
Thank you all so much for being in Satsang today. Satguru Shri Mudiji Ki Jai.
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 Thank you, Bhagavati Ji. Thank you so much for moderating today. We can turn the broadcast off now.